This court's going to call cause number 63227. This is in the 88th District Court of Hardin County, Texas, and it's in the interest of Delilah Wood Marshall. Zachary Marshall and Miss Mallory Wood, please raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can both put your hands down. Ms. Hill-Leonard, are you handling this case for the state?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other witnesses besides the parties?
I may need Miss Shaw, so.
Kim Shaw, please unmute. Kim Shaw, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down. All right, Ms. Leonard, this appears to be a petition to establish that you filed in April of 2022.
Yes, sir.
Your case has been called. You can call your first witness.
My first witness is going to be Miss Wood.
Yes, sir.
Miss Wood, what's your full name?
Mallory Nicole Wood.
And what is the name of the child in this case?
Delilah Nicole Wood Marshall.
When was Delilah born?
October 14th of 2021.
And who is Delilah's father?
Zach Marshall.
At the time, Your Honor, I asked to submit the DNA results into evidence as State's Exhibit A.
Ms. Wood, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged DNA test results between you, Delilah, and the alleged father, Zachary Marshall. Is it okay if I look at these results?
Yes, sir.
The same question, Mr. Marshall. Is it okay if I look at these results?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence. Based on the admission into evidence of State's Exhibit A, the court's going to find that the alleged father, in this case, Mr. Zachary Marshall, after DNA testing, is confirmed to be the biological and now the legal father of Delilah Marshall. Go ahead, Ms. Leonard.
Miss Wood, who does the child live with?
Me.
And how long has the child lived with you?
For her entire life.
Who makes the important decisions for Delilah?
I do.
And the day-to-day decisions for Delilah?
I do.
Do you have any concerns about Delilah staying with Mr. Marshall?
Yes, ma'am.
What are those concerns?
He knows nothing about her. She is not comfortable with him. As well as his home is not fit for a child to be at. And there is nowhere for her to stay or feel comfortable there.
Do you have safety concerns about your address and personal information being in this order?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time that Mr. Marshall has seen Delilah?
I invited him over to see her, I think it was Thursday or Friday. It has been recent.
Okay. How often does he see her?
Maybe once or twice a month if I ask.
Okay, has all the visits been supervised?
By me, yes, ma'am.
Do you know if Mr. Marshall has any other children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
How is Delilah covered with health insurance?
She has Medicaid.
Have you and Mr. Marshall ever lived together?
For like 2 weeks, yes, ma'am.
When did you all separate?
June of last year.
And when did you tell Mr. Marshall that he was the father of Delilah?
When we found out, which was the end of February.
Has he given you money to for Delilah since you both separated?
No, ma'am.
Are you wanting retroactive support in this case, which means from the date of separation up until today?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
Mr. Marshall.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Marshall, what's your full name?
Zachary Dean Marshall.
And you're the father of Delilah Marshall Wood.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean Wood Marshall. Who does Delilah live with?
Mallory.
And how long has she lived with Mallory?
Since she was born.
What is the current visitation arrangement?
Every now and then she allows me to see her. Sometimes she doesn't. Just depends on her mood.
Well, how often would you say that you see her, Delilah?
About once or twice a month.
Where do you work?
PSC group in Beaumont.
How much do you make per hour?
$17.50.
And how long have you been working there?
About 3 or 4 months.
Where were you working before?
I was working with ETS in Corpus Christi doing turnarounds, like refinery jobs.
Currently at your current employer, how many hours a week do you work?
It depends. So
On average, how many hours a week do you work?
about 60.
And you say you were doing turnarounds at your last job. When did you start there?
Oh, I have no idea.
How much were you making? How much were you making per hour at your
I was
last job?
making 20. I was making 21.
And how many hours of, well, you said turnaround. So what was the work schedule?
7/12s.
So
Oh, wait.
on average, how much were you making a month?
I only worked about a month there, so I made, or I make like 7,000.
You're saying you only worked 1 month there?
Yes, ma'am, about a month.
Where were you working before that?
I was working at the school in Evansville.
Okay. And how much were you making there?
Like $8.
$8 an hour?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And how many hours a week were you working?
I was working 5 10s, I believe.
So are you saying
Yeah, five
10
days a
hours a
week.
day, 5 days a week?
No, it was 10 hours. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And $8 per hour. How long were you working there?
2.5 months.
So what months were those that you were working there?
June, July, and August.
Of this year?
It was this year, right?
No,
Last year.
of last year. So between August of last year, because I know you said at your last job you was only working a month, between August of last year and recently, where were you working?
I wasn't working.
How many months were you unemployed?
Around 6 months.
Do you have any other children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
Do you have health insurance available through your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
At what cost?
I have no idea what it costs. I think I can look real quick.
When did you and Miss Wood separate?
Was it around June? I believe it was around June.
June of last year? 2021?
I believe so. Maybe.
Have you given her money since you both separated?
No, ma'am.
When did she tell you that you were the father of Delilah?
When she found out or she was pregnant.
Pass this witness, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
I have no further witnesses to call.
Do you rest, Ms. Leonard?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I think I got these numbers figured out, y'all, but I've got some questions in regards to Mr. Marshall's contact rights with Delilah. Mr. Marshall, Ms. Wood had expressed some concern that you may not have a good location yet for Delilah. Would you describe for me, sir, where it is that you live? Do you live by yourself or do you live with others?
I live by myself.
All right. And what is the nature of the home that you have? Do you have an apartment? Are you renting a house?
It's a mobile home.
Okay. And how big is this mobile home? How many bedrooms?
2-bedroom.
All right. And you live there by yourself. There's nobody else there with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is your only child.
Yes, sir.
And needless to say, whether or not that you're good or bad is not the question at this point in time, Mr. Marshall, but you don't have any experience, obviously, of raising a child this age, correct?
Well, besides like my nieces and nephews.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And then, Mr. Marshall, I want you to understand something. I'm not denigrating in any way your contact with your nieces and nephews, okay?
Yes, sir.
My major concern at this point in time is that Delilah is safe. I don't think
Yes,
that
sir.
you would ever put her in any danger based on what you're telling me, but I also need to make sure that you're prepared for the fact that at some point in time in the near future, you're going to have a child that is less than a year old by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I got to make sure you're ready for that.
Yes, sir.
For instance, in this 2-bedroom home that you live in, do you have a crib there for Delilah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have a car seat for Delilah?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you do understand, Mr. Marshall, that you will have to have all those things before you're allowed to have her by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be there when the exchange takes place, but you do understand that Miss Wood's never going to let you have the child by yourself if she doesn't clearly see a car seat in the back of your vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Because you're not allowed in the state of Texas to drive around with a baby this age without an official car seat.
Yes, sir.
And you understand you're going to have all the clothes and all the food and the things that she needs to be able to take care of her on your own.
Yes, sir.
Miss Wood is not responsible for providing those things to you. You have to have them for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same foot here, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, since Delilah was born, you have had some contact with Delilah, but it's always been supervised. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Miss Wood, I have some questions for you. Now, obviously,
Yes.
Delilah is young, and there's still going to need to be some phased-in period for Mr. Marshall, but he has been exercising some visitation supervised by you or someone else, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you a hard question, Miss Wood. How long do you think Mr. Marshall needs to continue to have supervised contact with the child?
It was because anytime I see, like anytime he was
Miss
around.
Wood, Miss Wood.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you for what's happened in the past.
No,
I'm
yes, sir.
asking you about your opinion is how far into the future do you think Mr. Marshall should have to continue to only have supervised visitation with Delilah?
I have no idea, to be
Okay.
honest.
And see, that's what I have to come up with. I have to come
Yes.
up with a plan for Delilah. And this plan has to be balanced beside your anxiety, Miss Wood, about Mr. Marshall being alone with Delilah, but at the same time, giving Mr. Marshall more time with Delilah so that he can get to be a good parent.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you understand that, Miss Wood. But one thing that I've noticed in these multiple years I've been doing this, young children create very big anxieties for parents when they have to be released to the other parents. And I get it.
Yes, sir.
There's definitely some anxiety there. Okay. But she's still very young. She's only 10
Yes.
months old.
Yes.
So we're going to continue to do at least some of the phases in
Yes, sir.
this visitation schedule. Okay. Anything further, Miss Leonard?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Wood, is there anything else you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He does not live in his home alone. His
Okay.
cousin lives on his couch with him,
Okay.
as well as the second bedroom that he has is completely filled with stuff. Like he can't get in the room,
Okay.
as well as there are also like roaches everywhere. Like,
Okay.
and I just feel like someone should like be able to go out and look at the place. Like, it's hard to explain everything. Like, I have videos of everything.
Well, let me see if I might be able to alleviate some of that anxiety, Miss Wood, but I'm not, no matter what I tell you, I'm not going to be able to alleviate all of your fears. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my phased in visitation schedule, Miss Wood, is going to take Mr. Marshall several months before he gets overnight contacts with Delilah. All right.
Yes, sir.
And in the meantime, between now and the time that Mr. Marshall does start to get his overnights, he's going to have to make sure that he's got that bedroom ready and to go for Delilah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if at the time that the overnight visits start, if you don't think that he's done that, that'll have plenty of time for you to go out and hire an attorney and try to change or modify the visitation schedule.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I can't assume that people are not going to do what I asked them to do.
Yes,
I
sir.
have to assume that they are going to take the steps that I tell them that they have to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Miss Wood?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Marshall, is there anything else you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
Yes, sir. I'm not currently allowed to work right now because yesterday I passed out during work and they brought me to the clinic and my heart rate they said it was way too low. So I'm not allowed to go back to work until I'm released by a doctor. And
I'm going to set child support, Mr. Marshall, on you based on what you're earning. Get
Yes,
yourself
sir.
together.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, don't come in at the last second, Mr. Marshall, and give me that kind of information, buddy. You've been working all this time, so I'm gonna set child support based on what you told me. Court's gonna find, of course, that's jurisdiction. The court's gonna find based on the testimony of the parties that I believe it's in Delilah's best interest to name the parties as joint managed conservators, with Miss Wood as the primary custodian. Mr. Marshall will have visitation at all times mutually agreed to by the parties. If no mutual agreement, then Mr. Marshall is going to have a phased-in visitation schedule. That phased-in schedule is going to be simply because Delilah is 10 months old. It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Mr. Marshall is a good parent. It has everything to do with the fact that she's young. But there's going to be 10 visits at each phase, Miss Leonard. That's going to be 10 supervised visits from 1 to 5 on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month, followed by 10 unsupervised visits for 4 hours, 1 to 5 on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month, followed by unsupervised visits for the day, again on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month. When that last set is done, then Mr. Marshall will begin to have his overnight contact visits. Those contacts will be 10 visits, 1 night overnight, Saturdays from 6 to Sunday at 6 on the first, third, and fifth weekend of each month. And that is the 4th phase of the phased-in visitation schedule. Once that phase is completed, then Mr. Marshall will have standard possession. Again, the phases are a certain number of visits, not a certain number of months. So Mr. Marshall will not be able to completely skip the supervised visits simply by not exercising them. If he doesn't exercise the 10, he doesn't get to move into unsupervised. Child support in this case is going to be as per the following. Ms. Wood is ordered to maintain the current health insurance that she has on the child. Mr. Marshall is going to pay child support as for someone who works in construction in Southeast Texas. I'm from this area. I've been here all my life, and I do understand how the construction works. You work for several months, and then you're laid off for a few months, and then you work for several more months, and you're laid off again. So I'm going to base child support on what I know the area is. And child support in this case is going to be $630 a month, plus an additional $125 a month in cash medical. Those payments will begin October the 1st of 2022. Mr. Marshall will also be assessed a retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $3,850. He'll pay that back at a rate of $40 a month, Ms. Leonard. That payment also beginning October the 1st of 2022. Mr. Marshall will be responsible for the court costs for the filing of this suit as per the law, but I'll give him until March 31st of 2023 to pay my court costs. So Ms. Leonard, that is $630 child support plus $125 medical support plus $3,850 retro with a $40 retroactive child support payments, all payments beginning October 1st of 2022. Ms. Leonard, did the state hear all the terms and conditions of my court order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any request for non-disclosure in this case is denied. Mr. Marshall and Ms. Wood, what's going to happen now is the state's going to send me a court order. As long as it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it, send it back to them. Then they're going to make copies of it and send it to each of you. You don't have to be satisfied with my ruling today. If any party is dissatisfied, you have 3 business days which file notice of appeal with the district clerk's office in Hardin County. Your appeal has to be in writing. Your appeal has to be specific. You must state in your appeal what part of my ruling you disagree with, and you are also responsible for sending a copy of that written appeal to all the other non-appealing parties. All right, Mr. Marshall and Ms. Wood, I wish you both the best of